Hey, welcome back to The Dive. Today on the show, we have the CEO of Core Assets Corp, Nick Rodway. He's joining us today to fill us in on the latest exciting news from Core Assets and to let us know what's happening next with the company. Hey, Nick, welcome back to The Dive.
Thanks for having me on again.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Okay, so Nick, let's get right into Core Assets. You recently put out assay results from your 2022 exploration program at your Blue property. Can you walk us through the results?
Yeah, certainly. So this is the first ever drill season at our Blue property, but within the Blue property, we have two separate projects. We have the Labrador project, which is a skarn porphyry style system, and then we have the Silver Lime carbonate replacement porphyry system. So we focused mainly on the Silver Lime project this year, which is located, it's over 15 kilometers southwest of the Labrador project. So we think it's two separate systems, multiple systems driving this occurrence. And now safe to say that we do have a carbonate replacement deposit on the project. So our news highlighted it highlighted all of our drill intercepts, which was multiple CRD intercepts over 5,500 meters of drilling. One specifically, which was the headliner, was about 5.61 meters of over 200 grams silver and a combined zinc lead of about 10%. So in the CRD world, that would be considered a really, really good intercept. It's over 18 feet in width. And these structures that we are targeting, we're thinking are continuous and also higher grade and bigger as we get closer to the source. And keep in mind that that particular intercept was only at 57 meters depth, so very near surface. And that's just one of, like I said, multiple over 100 gram per ton silver carbonate replacement intercepts. We also intercepted the source to what's feeding these carbonate replacement occurrences, and that is very important for this year's drilling, which is just around the corner. We're about 2 months away from mobilization, and what we're going to be doing this year is targeting these carbonate replacement specific occurrences and drilling limestone or calcium-rich rock units in order to hopefully produce even larger intercepts and higher grade at depth carbonate replacement style mineralization.
Now, with junior mining, it's always kind of difficult to get the market to interpret exploration results. What do you think are the challenges with getting the market to understand early stage drilling?
Well, that is a very great question, and I don't know the answer to it 100%. But I do know that if you produce really good results like we are, and you put your money into the ground and you use it as cautiously as possible, at some point when the market sentiment is there and you have great results, they will get recognized and it'll reflect that value. But it's very turbulent times right now in the macro side of things, and there's a lot of uncertainty in the world. There's about 5 or 6 major things going on in the world right now that have never kind of happened at the one time together. So that creates uncertainty, and junior exploration obviously already has a high uncertainty. So you add those ingredients into the mix, and it really comes down to psychology sometimes at the end of the day. But like I said, if you have really good results like we do, and a great project, great team, and of course we have money in the bank. We've got about $3.8 million in the bank. So, I mean, when you have all those ingredients, they kind of make up for uncertainty in the markets, and eventually it will reflect. And we're onto something. I mean, more than onto something. We actually have metal in the ground. It's tangible. You can touch it, and it's over a huge area, 6.6 by 1.8 kilometer radius. And again, that's only about that represents about maybe 3 to 5% of the whole project, which is a contiguous land package of over 1,400 square kilometers, and 90% of this land has never been staked ever. So we know that we've made this discovery, and it's a qualified discovery, and we're going to continue to make more discoveries, more carbonate replacement style discoveries as we continue to move to the northwest on our claims, and also continue to show the market continuity of what we've already displayed as being extreme high grade material. There was one intercept within our 5.6 meters that was over 1,100 grams per ton silver. Also had combined zinc lead of about 50%. And there's also a copper and a gold credit in there as well.
So when do you think that you will start your next drill campaign?
We will be mobilizing in the next 2 months. June 1st would be a kind of a start date. We'll be up there before then, mobilizing materials and building drill pads. And yeah, I think there's a lot less snow in the area this year as well. So we're expecting an earlier season, and then we should be able to work into the fall, into November is our plan, just like we did last year. And we're going to try to drill as many meters as we can.
So what is the capital structure as it stands at the moment?
So right now we have about 85 million shares outstanding. Fully diluted is about 100, just over 100. And like I said, we just did a financing there a little while ago. It was a charitable flow through with a price of at 43 cents. And we raised about just over $3 million. And that will, get us to where we need to be this summer. And, as we already spoken about, it's pretty turbulent times, and, it shows strength in your company. If you're able to raise money right now at a premium to your stock price, even with a charitable flow through financing, it means that you definitely have something there, and otherwise you just wouldn't be able to raise money in these times. So we're extremely excited to have money in the bank, and we can't wait. We're just planning 24/7 right now, putting all of our data together, and just because we put out our results there last week doesn't mean that there's no more news. We still have grab samples and channel samples that are still coming back from the lab, because the common theme is the labs are slow the last year, and everybody's trying to keep up. And of course, we're still getting samples coming in. But the good thing about working in Canada in higher elevations is that you do have the winter season to plan. So we wait for our assays. They come back, dribble back throughout the winter, and then we have enough time. We're not rushed to make decisions on the spot. We get to put all that information together, and then we can hit the land knowing it's a cut twice or cut once, measure twice type scenario.
Okay, yeah, it's very exciting. Sounds great. Okay, so Nick, before you leave us, could you maybe quickly give us a summary of what's to come with Core Assets?
So, again, the main highlights here is that we're going to be drilling in the next 2 months, mobilizing for drilling. This is a polymetallic discovery story, and it's one of a kind. There's not many carbonate replacement type systems in Canada, and this system is really starting to look extremely high grade, and the size potential is also there. So it's very unique. We're not twinning holes. We're not looking in an area that's already been explored. This is a brand new discovery, and it's going to take time to peel back the layers, but we are going at it in the right manner. And again, exciting times coming. 2023 is going to be a very targeted drill season. We're going to be drilling calcium-rich units, which is where you would find your massive zinc, lead, and silver, and that is going to start in early June.
Very exciting. Okay, well, that's all for today, Nick. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing the company's update with us. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks again for having me.
To our audience at home, thank you so much for tuning in today. We will be back again tomorrow with the latest in small cap news coverage. So be sure to stay tuned by hitting that notification bell and subscribing below me there before you leave. Bye.